The views and opinions provided on this show are for informational purposes only and should not be misinterpreted as an offer to buy or sell any securities or to make or consider any investment or course of action. For more information, please go to passiveinvestorshow.com.
Are you a busy professional looking to diversify your portfolio? Ever wanted to passively invest in real estate but don't know where to start? John Fortes provides you with a guide to passively invest in real estate. This is the Passive Investor Show.
And now, the Passive Investor Show. Here's your host, John Fortes.
Welcome, PI listeners, to the Passive Investor Show. I'm the Passive Investor Consultant, John Fortes, your host of the only ranked podcast for passive investors in multifamily syndications and fund of funds. Our goal and purpose of the show is to be a resource to passive investors and help them master their passive investments by beating inflation 1% at a time. Today's topic is timely. And I say that because it's big news within the SEC, which they just announced an amendment for the accredited investor. So what is the accredited investor definition in Rule 501A? They made a few changes that allow investors to either be accredited, but I am not an attorney. I am not a CPA. Please consult with your accountant, your broker, your lawyer. I'm just here to provide some information as far as what came down the pipe as early as this morning. And this morning is August 26th is when this news came out. So you are hearing this pretty much exclusive with the release of this podcast. One of the amendments is added a new category to the definition that permits natural persons to qualify as accredited investors based on certain professional certifications, designations, or credentials, including the Series 7, Series 65, and Series 82 licenses. As qualifying natural persons, the Commission will reevaluate or add certifications, designations, or credentials in the future. Another change is include as accredited investors with respect to investments in a private fund, natural persons who are knowledgeable employees of the fund. Another is clarify that limited liability companies with $5 million in assets may be accredited investors and add SEC and state registered investment advisors, exempt reporting advisors, and rural business investment companies, RBICs. Another is add a new category for an entity including Indian tribes, governmental bodies, funds, and entities organized under the laws of foreign countries. Another adds family offices with at least $5 million in assets under management and their family clients, as each term is defined under the Investment Advisors Act. And lastly, add the term spousal equivalent to the accredited investor definition so that spousal equivalents may pool their finances for the purpose of qualifying as accredited investors. The last thing that they did not do, or we don't know what's going to happen yet, they did not index income wealth thresholds to account for inflation, which would have decreased the number of individuals that qualify as accredited investors. Basically, what came down the pipe as the amendments to accredited investors. That's what came down the pipe. I just wanted to share that with the audience. I thought that was very beneficial for passive investors, PI listeners. Might be a game changer for you, the passive investor. So I'd like to hear your take on it. Feel free to reach out to me. feel free to reach out and send me what your take is. Email podcast@johnfortes.com, and I'd be happy to go back and forth and share my opinion on this topic, and I'd love to hear your opinion on this topic. This is the amendment to the accredited investor definition. PI listeners, thank you for listening. As always, we hope this was the best resource for your investment strategy, but also the best use of your time. As much as it pains us to leave you, but you know what time it is. Time to go put this into practice. Till the next time we meet. Happy investing. PI listeners, I'm grateful for your time and I appreciate you for listening. It would mean the world to me if you went to iTunes and left a rating and written review. Let me know how you feel about the show. It really makes a big difference with getting the podcast out there. Don't forget about our Facebook group, where all of our guests are members of. I'll be there to answer any of your questions, or even questions you might have for future guests. Subscribe so you can get the latest episodes and our fan favorite quick hitters. Finally, I want to keep you updated, so head over to johnfortes.com and sign up for the newsletter. If you're interested in partnering with me, sign up on the contact page so you can talk to me directly. I look forward to connecting with you. Happy investing.